welcome to the second ever episode of the GC Uncensored podcast. We got Nick Skias, Mark Ludwig, myself, Richie Hartman, Toby Blumenshine, and Tommy Rink. We had a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a household sickness around, so we're catching up here with a lot of stuff, trying to cover the Super Bowl a little bit. Toby's gun raffle, pew pew. I'm not sure what Facebook, YouTube allows me to.
Well, you already
if I have
said
a
it.
6-shooter or not. Talk about AC because some of the boys went, and a little preview of Trenton if we get to it. But first, we have to start off with our Super Bowl champion, E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! I'm gonna need that. I don't want to see my hair like that.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
didn't know that was happening.
That's right. Well, surprise.
He's the only one cheering.
Just so you're
Number
aware.
one topic.
Hold on, time out. Cowboys fans here, we beat you. Packers fan here, twice beat you.
That was a hit.
Ravens guy, beat you. Kansas City Chiefs, we beat you.
Super Bowl.
So I know Nick
The
was
Redskins beat you both times?
only once.
I'm happy for you,
J-
but I still hate the Eagles.
That's fine. That's fine. It is what it is.
I've never seen him smile so much in my life.
So, first of all, we all like to gamble. I know a few of us got into some blocks. Did anybody win any money?
I did not hit on my blocks. I did win on my Eagles money line bet, though.
I actually stayed away from the betting for this game,
What the?
which was unusual.
Unreal.
But, well, you know.
I don't think I won in any.
You didn't win on the blocks. I did win $25,
And I
but I
do a
spent
betting.
$50 on my blocks. Luckily, the blocks we played did reverse, so I had the opposite score in the first quarter or something. So I made $25 donation. So
yeah,
how much
there's a-
money did you?
I put $100 up on the Eagles money line, and I made an extra $50 about a couple side bets that none of them hit. So
Yeah.
I profited maybe 95 or well 45 out of the whole deal.
It's good.
I did Saquon and two others for anytime TD, and of course Saquon was the only one
Not
to
to score.
get me to lose that one because I believe I had Worthy and I had AJ Brown, I believe. But
I feel like I should have bet.
well, I
I
mean,
feel like
I don't know why
every
you wouldn't.
Eagles player scored
Well,
except for Saquon.
yeah. And well, and two, like Dotson would have had a touchdown there and gave one to Jalen, so it kind of was an easy one with the tush push. But overall, I mean, it wasn't a great game. What?
Did Barkley almost have one? And then there
He
was a
had
tush
that.
push?
He had that juggling catch down towards the end zone,
Yeah.
and I don't remember what they might have kicked a field goal for who
Oh,
knows
yeah.
at the end there. But it was a pretty boring game, honestly. I mean, it was great to be up 34-0
I agree.
or whatever
As
it
a
was.
fan.
As a fan,
That was
maybe,
the halftime
maybe
show.
it was pretty. Yeah, I mean, they're not like us.
They said the halftime show had more yards than the whole
Kendrick
Kansas City
Lamar.
Yeah.
and the whole Chiefs offense.
There was a lot of walking in
It
that
was a good one.
halftime show.
I think it was like 240 yards.
But I mean, even the commercials, I didn't think were.
Mm-mm.
There was really
There
nothing.
was nothing.
I mean, seal was a seal, but other than that, I don't.
Mark, I can probably buy you Bud Light again after that commercial at the Super Bowl. They're crawling their way back. I feel okay walking into the store and purchasing it now. I couldn't there for a while. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, other than being an Eagles fan, I think it was a relatively boring Super Bowl because it wasn't really much of a game. But we did want to touch a little bit on Nick and Toby's gun raffle that they did with the Boers. Just kind of like, I think it's interesting to know how that stuff kind of works and if it's worth it as you, for your team, even any of these type of things, fundraisers that people do, to try and help you get some money. If you don't know, Toby and Nick and the Boers, they did a gun raffle plus like a get-together type thing, and they gave away 10 guns. I won a gun. Brienne won a gun, sorry. That's the official name on the entry. But it was a good time, and just kind of want to hear from those guys what, as far as, was it worth it, the hassle, getting all the stuff, like how it kind of works on the backside of it.
Yeah, so Nick and I used to do, different fundraisers over the years. We kind of stopped right around COVID and hadn't done one since. But what we used to do is, we would sell a ticket, 20, I think it was $20, and it was all you could eat, all you could drink, and then we did more of like a potluck thing. We didn't have it catered or anything like that. But like I said, we hadn't done one since COVID. And Jamie Boer came up to me this last summer and said, "Hey, we're thinking about doing a gun bash fundraiser thing. Would you be interested in doing it?" And she was including skius racing as well. And I said, "Well, let's get together with Nick and see if he wants to do it." And we all agreed it'd be kind of a cool thing doing. And honestly, like hats off to Jamie Boer. She did most of the work. Like setting up the gun dealer and getting the tickets and all that back end stuff. She took care of it, so we appreciate that very much.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was just.
So you two didn't do a fucking thing.
Yeah, wait a minute.
We did, but she kind of got it organized. There was basically 450 tickets to be sold, which sounds like a lot, but you gotta figure not 450 people are showing up to your venue. A lot of people are just donating, or you kind of figure on half of those people showing up. So. So 3 teams, we each had 150 tickets to sell.
Hold on, Autumn, did you buy underwear at the thrift store?
No.
Oh no, Nick left it.
Let's bring it over here. I want to. Hey,
It's
this
our
is
next topic.
what is
Hey.
what is this? Is this Nick's?
Yeah, that was left in
God,
the room in Atlantic City.
Lord. Put them on.
Yeah.
Another
Next
So-
episode.
So hey, to get back at it, 450 tickets, 150 per team to sell is $20 a ticket. Your total on that's $9,000, but $4,500 of that goes to the gun shop to purchase the guns. Obviously, the guns aren't free. So, then most of our food and drinks were donated.
Still donated.
These people that we know or just people that we asked, they were willing to just donate some. Oh my God! They were willing to donate, drinks or desserts or whatever. So, you don't have a whole lot of cost there. We did get the pulled pork from Eagle Hotel, up in Fredericksburg, and they gave us a really good deal on pulled pork. So we had a little bit of cost there, but not near as much as what you would think.
That's close.
So on top of that,
Cleaning your underwear.
all the teams made this is
We almost lost
all the-
the mics.
all the
We're
teams
trying to be serious here.
had
No, we're gonna-
had brought maybe items from the race team or made baskets or whatever for the Chinese auction. And Nick and I used to do that back at our old parties. We'd just make these baskets or get things donated, and we'd do a Chinese auction. That's a good way of making
extra
money.
money on
Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped a
And
lot.
some bags might only have 5 tickets in, but you got to have some of those bags to have the big bags where lottery baskets are big, alcohol baskets are big, and we always have those. So you might spend $100 in alcohol, but I think we pulled somewhere around 260 tickets out of that bag.
Yeah.
So that's it's your $160 profit just on that bag. So at the end of the night, we took what we spent. Each team spent on making a basket or whatever. We took that right off the top, gave it back to the team, and then what we had as a total, we just split amongst the three teams. We ended up profiting just over $2,000 a team.
Oh, wow.
which
That's nice. That
which
worked
isn't bad at all. I think we were very close when we would do our
Yep,
our
that's
old
close
parties.
to about what we would do.
And we just varied a little bit off of what we used to do to compare to this. So
Did
yeah,
you have that was the venue something that got donated, or was that something?
So
that...
the venue, and again, Jamie took care of a lot of this, so she would know better than me. But I believe the venue was donated for that day,
That's a huge
which
savings.
that
Yeah.
is a huge savings. Yeah,
Yeah.
because when we used to do it at fire companies and whatnot, it would be, sometimes $450,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So that's just more, more in your pocket or more in the race team's pocket. So yeah.
Anything in the works for 2026?
I think we're gonna do it again. I think everybody was happy. I think all the people that came out were happy. I mean, obviously you are.
I
had a good time. We won a basket.
I won 2 baskets.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
won a gun. So.
It's a fun thing to do.
It was not rigged, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it's not rigged?
It is
I
not.
believe
I
he
did.
won a gun.
Oh, yeah,
won
Nick also won a gun.
Yeah.
and gave it back.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nick
hold
was
on.
kind.
Who was the last one to win a gun?
Well, that was my stepmom.
Jolene.
Still, yes.
Just to clarify. But yeah, I mean,
Also
it was a
not
good time.
rigged.
Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, what deep freezer were the drinks kept in before?
Wasn't it just the back of a
So
bar?
so
I think about just outside.
I heard that. So we got all of our drinks donated by Swiss, I believe, and they were all just little bottle chugger drinks, and they were in crates, and I believe they were left in a garage. Now it was cold.
It's cool.
And they all froze up. So we had ice cold drinks the following day.
Oh, yeah. For the next couple
You might have to
days.
wait a little bit to get another swig out of it, but it worked.
They weren't all frozen. You just had to look around a little bit, but no, it was a good time. I think me and the boys were there for a little while. Madison had something going on, and then they came. Oh, yeah, she had pictures. So then her and Brianne came a little bit later. Actually, I don't know if she was there for when her name was pulled for the gun or not. I think it was right before or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we're still eating the candy basket, and I have a gift certificate to use for dinner. So yeah, food that works out great for us. So yeah, it was a good time. I appreciate you guys letting people know is it really worth I've considered it before there's a lot of work and you're asking for a lot of favor it's just when I did my races you're begging a lot of people to do a lot of shit for nothing, not just because that the best way you're going to break even or make it worthwhile is people helping you out and donating.
That's kind of what makes the party a success too.
Yeah,
everybody willing to help.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, if you have to buy everything, I don't know if it becomes worth it. Then at that point, it's
and you got to have
the
the right people. You guys have, Nick's got a Viper gang and that whole there's Toby and the board. There was a lot of support on all ends as far as selling tickets and all that stuff. I know Brianne's dad bought tickets. Mark, my car and Mark bought tickets. Yeah, they didn't come down, but it was. I think it was supported well.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nick and I always looked at it as a season kickoff party. We didn't care if we made money on it. We just so happened to make a little bit of money, and as long as we were a little bit profitable, it was a success because we just loved the fact that people were getting out. It's usually it was always during the winter.
Yeah. And it becomes a long winter. So,
Get out and have fun and mingle and kind of kick off the the racing season. Yeah. So I thought it was good.
Good. So we are working backwards here a little bit because we haven't had the time to get together, but a few of yous went to AC. Me and Mark did not. We had basketball and all kinds of sports to do, but
I was there.
I know Nick and Tommy, you both went to the races
on Saturday. I did.
Yeah, I went both
You
nights.
did not?
I did go.
Oh,
to
you did
races
go?
on
I thought you had
Saturday.
said you weren't going to go.
I was there on Friday too.
Yeah, I was there
Okay.
both days.
So what did you guys... what was your overall? Did you make any money? First of all,
I actually ended up
No.
breaking even by the end of the weekend.
There was no such thing as breaking even.
I don't know how I did, because I got
Just kept
there.
breaking your wallet open. Break your wallet open.
I got there before everybody. Autumn and I did on Thursday, and pulled the old rookie Vegas move, and almost lost all my money on
the first
Thursday
day.
night before anybody was there.
Wouldn't that have sucked?
It was rough. So
Where's
I,
Tommy and them going?
The
Back
first
home?
night
yeah, we're
was
going home. We don't have
Gotta
enough
go.
money for
Yeah.
parking, so we kind of slowed the roll down and gradually made it back up. But the races were good. I always like going to Atlantic City. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been going with my dad and my uncle for as long as I can remember, and they've always gone. And it's just some racing in the middle of winter. It's a little different than what you're used to, but it's fun to watch. I think they put on a good show. As long as they keep it moving. Sometimes it can get a little slow, but they've been doing pretty good lately at keeping it moving. And
Well, unfortunately, that's why it's a show.
Yeah.
understood.
It's been I don't know when the hell we were there last. It's been a long time. It's not really my favorite kind of racing. It seems to be more bumper cars than anything. We
Especially
used
the
to
slingshots.
when it was first when motorsports first went to AC. Terry and Teresa were very adamant that we were gonna go and have a booth and all that because it was in AC. So me and Randy, we had the first two row. We had the first two rows of tickets in the one corner or whatever, and we would go. And Randy had a bunch of people that would go or whatever, and
I think
it was a good
Randy's-
time. Like it was, they probably still have them.
I think they do.
They probably do.
They still have the same seats.
You were like
And
right
Kaler-
there.
And Kaler, that's
Yeah.
I think they still have the same
You'd
seats.
hang
That's where
over
my
the
seats
side
are.
and yell at the guys, and that was, when Christopher was, the bad
Oh,
guy all the
yeah,
time
Ted
down there
Christopher.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
One of my worst AC experiences. Well, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't worse, but dumb young kid. Well, it probably wasn't that young though, but. So I was left in charge of collecting all the money for these said seats for we used Teresa's credit card to pay for them, and I collected all the money. Well, we were in Atlantic City, and I didn't really have any money. Well, I just kept digging in my pocket and putting money out. Well, by the end of the weekend, I didn't have any more money in that envelope. All these tickets.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was a little bit of a finagling to try and get money together to repay all these 14 tickets or whatever the hell, 2 rows is 20 tickets.
Put it
Why
all
your
on
kids
black.
always still get Lunchables? for
Yeah.
life?
So that was one of my good experiences with Atlantic City. But what did you guys know? It's the hot topic on everything. And shout out Tim Henry. I know he wants to talk about tech, but your thoughts on this whole dirt 600 situation down there?
Tommy
I was
vocal
on.
about it.
I was posted on Facebook while they were still on the track.
Yeah.
I just, I don't like seeing a pavement car in a so-called dirt class. But then I heard, I guess the rules were changed, that it is no longer, or it was not treated this year as a dirt class, but however a 600cc class.
But I believe in the advertisements, was it not
Yeah,
dirt?
it's dirt.
600.
So I don't know how you fix it.
Yeah. It certainly doesn't make you want to go take your standard car.
I
off
mean,
the track.
the 2 asphalt cars were lapping the dirt 600 cars
Yeah.
in heat races. I mean, I wouldn't want to bring my 600 down to do that.
I think
mean-
the biggest problem I have with it, and I'm sure I'm going to shoot myself in the foot leading into Trenton here this weekend, but Scott Kruder's fast without using that car, and now he's locked in to Trenton without, he doesn't have to do anything. I mean, he can go and try to make a better spot, but he's already guaranteed to start. So that's a fast car already in the show because he has a TQ or whatever, hugger or whatever
hugger,
that
yeah.
he ran. And the same would go, if Kyle had one or whatever, I think he ran, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I mean, it would be another fast car already locked in that doesn't have to do anything. Not that they didn't do anything to get in, but it's kind of like, I think it's
I've seen some
not the
back
greatest thing.
back and forth where Facebook warriors,
Yeah.
people talking about maybe making them run that car at Trenton.
Yeah.
I would
And
be okay with that.
I would too, but it might actually be good there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and if you don't have to fight through the pack,
Well, there ain't
to
no
get in the
rule in
race.
Trenton, so if it's good there, it's good there. I mean,
Right.
that's the.
I don't know if you maybe make them run
like a
like a staggered right rear, like make them run a big right rear in Atlantic City, like a dirt car would. I mean,
Oh, they didn't this year?
no, I mean the
don't
Huggers
know.
had 4. They look like front tires on all 4 corners.
really?
You know, just
That was a rule at one point. and
Yeah.
That'd be a 69.
I don't know what
there
was on his right front, but it looked like it was 10 inches wide.
Yeah, there was
It was
there was no
humongous.
69s on that.
Probably 270 left rear.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's ways you could adjust it. I don't know what they're trying to do with that class.
Yeah.
If they keep it dirt, you have to change the rules.
How many cars did they have?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it wasn't. I think that's what
Doesn't.
their goal is to try
Yeah,
to
I mean,
just pick up more
I'm sure
cars
they don't want
one way or another.
50 cars showing up. You know, it's a TQ race, and they got a certain time restraints and stuff. But I'd almost rather see it just not happen than
Yeah, I just
you know.
There was talk
bastardize
that
it.
after what they did, I seen there was talk of guys buying a second car so they can use their Hyper Hugger or something else to run 2 divisions. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to make money and you only have to beat the cars with the big tires, I mean, Why
I
not?
mean, I think if you're doing anything, like, okay, that's fine to have it, and that's the rules you want to have, then that's fine. But don't give that person the opportunity to be qualified already for
an actual dirt race.
yeah,
a
don't lock into
big
a dirt race
that
with a-
you're
yeah.
you know,
I think that could be
promoting
better. Yeah,
on the
something
same,
like that.
on the same hand.
Again, I understand. You're trying to get cars there. You're trying
Yeah.
to fill fields. You're
Yeah.
trying to
Was,
have people.
I mean, like I said, it's been a long time since we went and watched the race there. How is the crowd? Like, has it been? Is
Friday
it full?
was-
I mean, the first couple days are normally
Fridays
pretty.
are-
Fridays
Always
are
dead.
there. Fridays are rough, and Saturday gets busy.
Yeah.
And Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall holds a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, you go to a Trenton show and it looks full, and you put that same amount of people in Atlantic City, it may not look as full. But I think they're doing okay. I mean,
Obviously they're doing enough to keep it going.
Mhm.
the
You're
after
not
party
gonna
was
keep fucking doing it.
packed.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't walk in.
Wild Wild
Wild
West.
West was absolutely slamming. So,
Well, I know what they did a big promotion this year, I think, for the after party again.
yeah, Caesars
Sponsor-
actually
Caesars
sponsored.
did, yeah.
Yeah, Caesars and Wild
I mean,
West.
it's always been an unknown rule.
Yeah.
But
Did you get free
when
poker
you
chips or something?
when you advertise it,
No.
I guess
Nothing
that's
free.
Free anything.
No,
Well,
no.
that's not
Free
much
entertainment
sponsorship.
is about it.
Yeah.
Well,
That was a
that's
band this year.
When people watch and
yeah.
spend $10 on a beer, yeah.
I would
That's
have.
the place
I
to
would
go.
have picked
The
different.
Go Cups are
bands.
great these days. For
I just walk around with PBR from the hotel room. Nobody says anything. No, the band. Someone asked about the band.
Yeah, it was
nah,
that. No, not good.
no.
Friday was not.
Friday was not well. I mean,
You're one.
I think they were calling people from the crowd to come play instruments because it just wasn't. It wasn't good.
Any exciting bums dancing on the dance floor?
Every day. I mean,
Every day?
that's not really a weekend.
up?
That's just a daily occurrence
Podcast
down there.
mascot. What's up, buddy?
think
The
there's-
Saturday's band was okay. They
Yeah,
were
that was
better.
all right. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
There's some video circulating out there with.
What?
Well,
I think Nick's involved. There was some. I don't know.
I have one from last year from you.
For me.
Oh yeah.
I don't think.
I think
it could have been
I've
for
seen.
me.
I think we're doing
there's-
something like this.
Is there still a bull there? Mechanical bull?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
There is.
Absolutely.
I refuse to ride that. Had a bad back experience of doing that.
Yo,
You have a
carrying
bad
your
back
table
experience?
into the house today, I was curious if you might collapse.
Jumping over all over furniture to chase your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting up out of bed, you have bad back experiences. Oh,
Yeah,
how'd that
like-
feel?
Daily.
Not racing the National Open wasn't enough for you to go get that fixed.
Yeah, life don't stop, man.
Can't stop, won't stop. I
It
got
definitely stopped that day, didn't it?
it did.
Your dog's here, bud.
That dog.
So I guess since we kind of started to talk about Trenton a little bit, I guess we'll dive into that a little bit.
Thanks.
It's been
Okay.
a while since I was there, but we're taking Mark Gray's car down and running this year. It's an enjoyable once you're racing. I just hate every other part about it. As far as the loading and unloading and all that shit,
In
and
the cold.
going into a tent, which we didn't the last time we went into the building, and that was. It'll be a little bit different this year. When we went the last time, it was Thursday, Friday optional. Like you could pick your day to qualify. And I thought it would be smart to go there the first day, not realizing that when we took everything back out of the building and they ran Friday, that the Friday night guys would be able to leave their shit in there. And no matter what time I got there on Saturday, there was going to be 20 cars already in the building.
Mm.
So that was a mistake on our part. And I truly didn't think the tents would be the way to go, but it almost seems as though that's the better option. To go in a tent, so I did choose to try to be in a tent. We'll see if that plays out, or the track entrance, I guess, has an area that I asked for that too. So
Problem with track entrances is freaking cold because you keep the door.
It's cold.
Tent's bearable with weather, but
I can go hang out in the tent.
Yeah. But definitely ease of access getting in and out. I mean, helping Nick last year, I felt. I've worked the shows for so many years, so you only see one side, and then obviously the officials is I'm the dickhead, so I got to yell a lot at guys. But being on the other side of the street, man, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Just to get the car out of the staging area into the tent, pushing cars. I was surprised. What do you guys actually go through on that side of things?
Yeah, we missed qualifying by one, I guess, the last time we were there, and I had my fill of being in Trenton, New Jersey. So, as the A main cars were going out, I was pushing my car through the building trying to get out. And I had a fight with the guy at the garage door because he didn't want me to leave. He refused to open the door. And I'm like, dude, you're opening the door once they start racing. Like, let me the fuck out. So he finally let me out, pushing up, and now on Saturday you can't bring your trailer in until everybody leaves that's spectating. So I ended up pushing the car down the sidewalk in the street, the 2 blocks or whatever it is, to the other parking lot because I just didn't want to be there anymore. I wasn't waiting all that time. So it was kind of a shit show. I didn't make it easy on myself, obviously, but yeah, just going to the one parking lot to stage, and then waiting for your number to be called, and then going in, and then rushing to dump everything out, going through your bullshit New Jersey inspection. Speaking of, I went to talk about a Hans before when this is over.
Yes, police do everything. Yep.
It's just such a pain in the ass, and then going down, and now you got to get fuel quick before you go to your spot so that you have that all done, because you can't.
Dragging all your spare parts. Tools.
Figuring out what you can fit in a 6x9 or 7x9 spot for the weekend. I'm just
they just drive the cars down the road.
I'm just a miserable old man, so it's aggravating to me. And I
but you're going.
And I'll be there because, like I said, I think the racing is enjoyable to me. I'll take a pedal fest all day. What if that's what it's gonna be? But it's all the other stuff on top of it. And I get it. It's not their fault. It's a place that they can use to do it. It's just a shitty setup. It's not a farm show complex where there's a huge parking
is the biggest.
Or any of the places it'd be like trying to have the race at Reading. I mean, it's just no good. When I did the ice racing, Reading was a disaster. You dropped everything on the sidewalk, pushed everything in, took your car to the parking garage, and then had to run up to the parking garage and come get your shit. We drove to Virginia Beach for a race, and they have a huge parking lot, like Motorama type place, where you didn't have to do anything. You just parked your car and dumped it out, went in a big bay door, and you were in the building. It's unfortunate that it's where it is and what it is, but it's obviously there's 89 or 90 cars on this list we have here from the other day, so clearly it's a big deal. It's a good way to start the season around here. Guys not necessarily going to Tulsa, or even guys that did and are running. So,
who's your pick other than you?
I don't know. No, that's not a pick. That's a hope to qualify.
You can do that. You'll be good.
My pick will always be Steven. I don't even know who won last year, to be honest with you. I did see
I didn't
it
until last year.
of an advertisement. Who won?
Anthony Frega.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Mountain
And he
guy.
was
Yep.
really
Just had to look
good.
that up.
He was
Tulsa,
In
too.
really
Tulsa,
good.
really good
Is he
in
on the
Tulsa.
list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
ABC order.
So yeah,
That's
I
like
mean,
a fluke thing, like Keller.
well, I don't know. As good as
I'm thinking.
good as they
Keller
were
was
in
really good that year.
Tulsa.
Yeah. I don't think he's been bad down there.
Yeah, I don't want to be doing that E main, C main shit. I'm going home. Are you guys going?
I'll
Like,
be there.
just hanging out? Oh, good. So you'll be there Thursday at 12 a.m. to push my car down the ramp?
No, I'll be there Saturday just before the national
that's
anthem.
absolutely
and,
perfect. So you'll be there to push my car out to the trailer.
Also, no. But I will cheer for you.
Oh, thanks.
I will
I'll
definitely.
probably be done by the time the national anthem goes.
Should I count the number of tires that you hit like we did last year?
Well, I
Oh,
mean, yeah,
that was
Nick,
fun.
we had a little.
Certainly,
That's fun.
We had a poll going
if
each
it's
race for
if
Nick.
it's like it
How many
was-
tires you would hit?
Oh,
I
there's
won-
always a poll for
I
that.
won a couple of those.
Yeah.
Won a couple of them.
What was the number? 7? Wasn't it
7 was one.
7
That was one race.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, in one race.
I do
Absolutely.
that in hot laps.
I think that was hot laps.
It's
It's fun out in hot laps.
just trying to get a little more racetrack to use.
That's it. That's it.
Nicholas, what are your thoughts on this list?
Well,
Let's make a pick. Everybody make a
Did
pick.
anyone
Are
actually
we making
look at
picks?
Yeah, I think
it?
everybody should make a pick.
I didn't
What do you
look at
think?
it. I'll
I mean,
take-
I just did.
Should we put
It's
$5
Steven Snyder.
and whoever best pick wins
you pick-
or finishes
you pick
up front?
Snyder.
$5.
What do you want to do? 10, 20?
Oh, you guys
25.
been gambling, you're losing everything.
Well, that would be good for you then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to go with Steven. I don't know what he's in. Probably in one
He's
of
in the
the.
He's in the
95 car.
95.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Madney.
check it off.
I'll take
Check
Danner.
it all.
So
Danner, that's
Yep.
a good pick.
Yeah, I'll take Danner.
I'm going back with Keller.
I do
Keller.
think that Perigo one is pretty
Del
good.
Ponte
as he
always
was.
does good down there.
Yeah.
I'm going with John.
Yeah, I think Delphani just made it in. I'm going with my boy BC, Brian Carver.
What's he driving?
Another rally car.
Yeah.
14.
Oh, there's more sheets?
Jesus Christ. There's 90 cars.
Where did you get
Yeah,
Not all
no.
on one sheet. Jesus Christ.
I'll take pouch.
Okay.
Ouch.
So everyone's going with all the big names.
That's generally a good bet.
It's percentages.
Brazili's been looking pretty good lately.
Yeah, he's been really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Impressive.
I feel like pouch had an opportunity to win a few of them, and
Well, he got awarded one.
uh,
On a Friday night deal. Technical difficulties. So they were
Was that last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Sometimes you got to take
Hey,
the
you
W.
gotta make sure you have the right tires on.
Yeah.
I've heard.
So they say.
Heard Steve Buckwater's coming back into a 600 to run that.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Running Dan Lane's car.
Well,
Yeah.
Dan Lane's listed.
No. Well,
25X.
Yeah, there's a different car number for Stevie.
25. Very different.
Sorry, I was looking at. For some reason, we have ages on the list here, and I was.
Oh,
looking
there's
at-
ages.
Do see that,
Where's
yeah.
Richie's?
Why?
42! Jesus!
Adam Bouchel
Someone
is
did.
86.
Yeah, someone didn't know how
Oh,
to fill
there's
out
Stevie
Bouchel's.
Bubble.
It says
I
he's
feel
86.
like I
He
feel like
looks really good.
he
for
looks good for
That's
86.
That's like the guy in a
Good.
Chuck. Was it a Chuck series?
Why about the dude out in for the Chili Bowl? What's that guy?
Oh,
He drives his motor scooter all around.
yeah.
Just jazzy chair.
God, 86.
Robert Bell.
I hope to be racing when I'm 86. Let me tell you.
He should get
Someone
an
should
award.
fix
an
that.
award for
Yeah,
oldest
oldest
competitor.
entry.
Yeah.
You're almost.
I'm going with
You're
that
in the
all.
top 5 for the
Going with
oldest.
that birth
Yeah.
year, not age.
Pre-registered.
Thank you for the ban.
Yeah, well, I think they're on a waiting list now.
Guys,
I
go
don't know
find
if
something to
this is
do.
even all of them.
Is there a limit? Do they have
There's
a
Yeah.
90.
90?
90. Which they usually get a couple stragglers that don't show up.
Yeah, thanks. All right, that's
So yeah, we'll Thursday morning we'll be going down, unloading, practice. Then Friday is another round of practice and then time trials. And there's some sort of points thing, I guess. But
Well, we know Kruger's locked in, so.
yeah, that's great. He's fast enough. I dealt with that at Lime Rock.
okay.
That's a
That's good.
Do you
Yeah,
think
good
do you
car in the show.
think the Hogger car will be there just
No, I don't think
for
the Hugger
people
car
to
will be- no,
say something?
Not at all.
Maybe bring it out.
His car was more than fast enough at Lime Rock. He's gonna
Yeah.
bring his dirt car, for sure. So, all right. Well, I think that wraps up our second episode ever. Appreciate you guys taking a look at the first one, and hopefully we'll get some more here going shortly. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.